Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to page 3. I'm Ellie.
And I'm Sydney.
And in today's episode, the day that you're watching this, not the day that we're filming this, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday,
It
Ellie!
made me think about and leading up to this day and knowing that there's going to be an episode that came out on my birthday made me think just about birthdays in general and how stressful they can be and how overwhelming they can be. And I don't know, just everything related to birthdays is people feel very totally different, depending on the day and just how their relationship is with their birthday is so different. Like for every person I know, everyone has a different relationship with their birthday. So I thought it would just be fun to talk about maybe how hard it is to have a birthday
Yeah.
or
Just like the dynamic of birthdays.
yeah, the dynamic of birthdays and things like that. So yeah, I guess that's what we're going to be talking about today.
Woohoo!
Hello.
Um, do you want me to go or do you want to go, birthday girl?
I'll go. I'll
Okay.
start. So, I think that, for the longest time, I hated my birthday. I, really, really hated my birthday. A couple years ago on my birthday, I was really struggling with my mental health, around the time that I was, 18. Um, I was really struggling with my birthday, and just I was struggling with my mental health in general, and my birthday just was the accumulation of, feeling like this was, the time for everyone to, prove how much they loved me, and that's just, not very healthy, and I'm totally aware of that, but I was just, always kind of felt like birthdays to me were always, a marker of how much people cared about me and how much they were willing to, show up for me on my birthday, and I don't know, I feel like a influencer that I follow said something, months ago about birthdays, and she was like, everything feels like a rejection. Even if it's a good thing, it feels like a rejection on your birthday." And I was like, "That's such a beautiful way," not a beautiful way. That's such a interesting way to put it because it does feel like a rejection. Everything feels like a rejection on your birthday. And I'm so sensitive. I cry almost every year on my birthday. Last year I cried for a good reason, but I'm always emotional about it. And I don't know, I feel like I never know what to do on my birthday. I never know who to invite. My people are really scattered. My birthday's in the summer, so a lot of people are out of town or going away or my best friend doesn't even live in the same state as me, so what am I supposed to do? It just is what do you do on your birthday? It's so
Yeah.
paralyzing. Um yeah. I don't know really. I really I'm really having a hard time with it, I guess. I don't
Uh-huh.
know. I just feel like not everything feels too big or too small or weird or ill-fitting or I don't know, just strange in
Yeah.
general. I yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about my birthday this year. I'm gonna be 24, which is very weird to me. That's a very big age. And I just don't even wanna think about that. It's sad, and then there's, yeah, it's just overwhelming,
Mm,
and maybe it becomes less overwhelming, but I'm also just, feel like I would be more angry at myself if I just let my birthday pass me by.
mhm.
Yeah. I don't know if you have anything to add to any of the points that I made.
Or no, I do. I was gonna say, in a similar vein, my birthday is I had a weird time with my birthday because if you I don't know how much I've talked about this on the podcast actually, but I moved a lot as a kid. I moved 7 times in and out of the country, a lot of very obscure places. It's
Mhm.
not like I was just moving houses. I was really moving.
Oh.
And so I ended up being a year or 2 younger than everybody in my grade because of the different education systems and all of the places I lived.
Yeah.
So for example, in college, I came to college at 17. I didn't turn 21 till my senior year of college, halfway through. My birthday's in November. So basically 6 months into the year, or not 6 months into the year, but halfway through the school year, I turned
Mhm.
21. I turned 22 last November. And my birthday is the week of Thanksgiving. Every year it rotates the week of Thanksgiving. Sometimes it's on Thanksgiving. Yippee. And the tough part for me was A, being younger than everybody. It was like all of my friends were turning 18 and I was turning like 16 or 17, like
Okay.
depending on my friend group. And so a lot of the things that they could do for their birthday or that they were celebrating, like my friends in their grade, they're celebrating their 18th birthday and like I wasn't. And
Right.
so it's like there's a lot of big things, like especially when you're younger, like the big birthdays, like 16 you get your license, 18 you're legal, 21 you can drink. I
Yeah.
didn't get to like follow the timelines. It's like everybody was turning 21 and they were like, "Oh, like when do you turn 20?" Like,
Mhm.
and so I like
Right.
couldn't go to the bars with everybody for their birthday and like
Right.
I couldn't
Right.
have the big celebration and so and I've like always been Ellie knows this. Me and her girlfriend have the same birthday and we are the two most like anti-birthday people ever. Like
And it sucks 'cause I love birthdays. I do actually really love my birthday. It's actually one of my favorite days of the year. Despite my problematic relationship towards that day, I do love my birthday. However, my girlfriend, my significant other, who I plan to spend a very long amount of my life with, and the other person plan to spend a long amount of my life with, the 2 people that I love most that are not related to me, both hate their birthday and also on the same day. So, I'm like, "Are you serious, guys?" Like, I
yeah.
am like
Like
and
for reference oh wait, no,
I
keep
had, like,
going.
anxiety going in to sit in, my girlfriend's birthday. Like, I was like, "Oh my god," like, "Oh my god," like, "How am I gonna, like, be for both of them?" Like, I don't know how I'm gonna, like, "How am I gonna be in 2 places at once?" Like, I wanted both of them to feel and neither of them wanted to celebrate, and I was like, "What the fuck is
Well,
this?"
that's what I was just gonna say, said it's so funny is because Ellie just kept sitting there in between me and her girlfriend. We were all together, like, leading up to our birthdays, and Ellie was sitting there being like, "I wanna, like, designate my time to, like, make you both feel special," and me and her girlfriend were like, "You can have her time, I don't want it, you can have it, I don't want it." And
Yeah.
but also I think whoa, am I about to get deep?
Yes, you are,
Or
it's so fun having you on the pod.
I think a big reason I had a bad relationship with my birthday is well, on top of the fact that I felt like I could never celebrate what other people were celebrating the same year as me,
Mhm.
especially when you're in school, that's like a big one. And the fact that my birthday's the week of Thanksgiving, so everybody's out of town, everybody's with their family, everybody has 9,000 other things to be grateful for that do
Yep.
not include me. Um, the thing that was, like, really hard for me, I think, was that I felt like a birthday put a microscope on how big or small, like, my friend group was, and in high school, middle school, and elementary school, that was really hard for me because I always had, like, 5 really good friends that weren't in a friend group. Like, I had
Mhm.
one friend in this grade, one friend from my sport, one friend from this, one friend from family, and they weren't, like, in a group, so I always had a really hard time being like, "Well, I can't celebrate with all of them, like, they don't know each other." I don't really
Yeah.
have a friend group. Meanwhile, like, the people in my grade were having, like, party buses and inviting the whole grade because everybody knew them and
Right.
everybody was friends with them. And
Right.
I don't think half the people in my grade even knew who I was. Like, I didn't have, like, the super big popular friend group, which, like, I never had an issue with, like, not being
Mhm.
like, a popular person or, like, having, like, a super big friend group, except for the birthday thing because I felt like it literally spotlighted, like, "Oh, she has no friends. Like, you have no
Yeah.
friends." And that made me really sad, like, this year for my birthday even, I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and, like, all of my other friends had, like, had a bunch of people and, like, go out to the bars and all this stuff, and I was like, "I have, like, my 5 people that I think I'm gonna hang out with that day,
Yeah.
maybe." And then I felt like it but and this year it was, like, unbothered by because, like, in college, I feel like it got, like, significantly less mm, it was significantly less of a big deal to have a friend group in college the way that it was in high school or middle school and elementary school, but it's like,
Well, I
even in
also feel sorry.
keep going.
I also feel like in college, it's very normal to have scatters of friends. Like, nobody
Yes,
has, like you have friends in so many different places, so all those people coming together
yes,
is a very normal thing.
correct. Like, I was significantly less nervous about inviting all of my, like, scattered friends in college to interact because I was like, "We're all adults, they'll all get along, like, I
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal." But, like, I just remember in elementary school, like, people being like, you invited your whole grade and, like, people
Yeah.
got to sleep over and you had those parties, and I was like, "I, like, wouldn't I, like, don't think I would want to invite all these people, like, I don't think they would want to come to my birthday party because, like, I don't know them this way." And it's like I didn't really get invited to a lot of those birthday parties. And so I feel like it was, like, very magnifying to me when I was, like, kind of any time between, like, I don't know, like, what, like, 7 to 12 or something like that, that I was
Mhm.
like, "Wow, like, do I, like, not have a lot of friends? Am I not cool? Like, these other people are cool." Like, they had enough people to, like, throw a party somewhere, like, I, like, didn't really have that. And my mother loves birthdays. There is nobody that loves birthdays quite the way that my mom does. Like, every year for my birthday, she would wanna throw a huge thing, and she would wanna
Mhm.
theme it and DIY the whole thing, and she I mean, one year for my sister, she had a petting zoo party in our backyard, and my mom, like, hired a horse to
Mm.
come give pony rides to little kids, and, like, another year, she had a Dylan's Candy Bar birthday when we lived in the East Coast, and instead of taking people to New York for Dylan's Candy Bar, my mom built it in our house. And, like, my mom loves birthdays, and it's like, I don't it's not like a hatred towards birthdays in general because I love my friends' birthdays, like, I love my friends' birthdays, I want to, like, get the most sentimental gift, and I wanna be the most thoughtful and this, that. It's like my own personal birthday makes me feel I think this is kind of like a common thing what you were saying when you were saying, like, I don't even know how to feel about a birthday, as I feel like birthdays are, like, the most insecure day of your year because it's like you are the most vulnerable. It shows you the people that care about you the most. It also, like, highlights everybody's like, "Oh, and then this year she's this age, and do you remember when you did this at this age, and next year
Yeah.
you're gonna do this at that age?" Like, I just feel like it's, like, the most it, like, spotlights your whole life down to one day. I feel like it is the most insecure day of your year.
Uh, I honestly, that's such a great way to put it, and I was gonna say, when you said, like, it's the most vulnerable day of the year, I could not agree more because it is, like, when you I'm literally already mentally preparing myself to wake up on Wednesday morning and be like, "Alright, which one of you fuckers in my life is gonna send me a text and who isn't?" And then, like, also just, like, because it's your big day and it's not everybody else's, it's like a singular experience. It's my birthday today, right? It's not like you're waking up on Christmas where it's like everyone's having this shared experience day, like, it's like your
Yeah.
time freezes into this 24-hour zone and everyone else's life is kind of, like, moving at the same time, and, like, you're a pass by for them of, like, "Happy birthday," and, like, that's, like, you're stuck in that place of, like, "It's my birthday," and, like,
And
what and
also there's so many expectations with birthdays, like, it's
Yeah,
really hard to, like, temper your own expectations, like, I always am like, "Oh, like, I can't wait to see, like, who texted me and, like, who
yeah,
remembered," and, like, I
yeah.
especially remember when, like, in younger, like, middle high school, it was like, "Who is gonna post
Oh,
for
for
you?"
you.
Like, "How many do you get to repost tomorrow?" Like,
Yeah.
those things, and it's really hard to, like, temper your expectations because everybody that hates their birthday because they secretly, like, want it to feel special and they're scared of being, like, vulnerable to it feeling special, like,
Mhm.
nobody really hates their birthday, they just don't wanna be vulnerable, right?
Right.
So it's like, I can admit that, like, I get really like, I love when people remember my birthday, I love when people make it feel special, but I'm not gonna choose to project that I want it to be that way because I don't wanna be, like, let down if it's not.
Totally, totally,
And it's
totally.
really hard to temper expectations because it's like, oh, if somebody, that you really thought you had a great relationship with, like,
Yeah,
doesn't send you a message that feels special, then you're like, "Oh,
fuck me.
okay." You know?
Yeah, totally, I agree. I also think I have such a hard time being like, "And this is what we're gonna do for," like, I'm not like I saw this quote a long time ago, and it's like, "I'm not the type of person that has people, I'm the type of person that people have." So, like,
Mhm.
I don't like I think because I'm very similar to you, Sid, and obviously we've talked about this, but like, when I was growing up, I had friends in so many different places. Like, I had my dance friends when I was growing up. I had my school friends. I had friends in so many different places, which is such a blessing. To have friends is such an amazing thing. It's such a blessing. The friends in my life make everything better. But I have friends in so many different places, and so because of that, I very similarly, like, was like, "What do I do for my birthday? Like, what am I gonna do?" I think Sid was you were there for one of my birthdays where it was like, it was,
Your
like, the most
18th birthday.
random set of people because all of my friends are from, like, different places, and, like, none of them had
Yeah.
even talked before, and I think I really wanted this year, I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll throw a party, like, maybe I'll do that, and maybe I'll throw a party for my birthday," and then I was kinda like and then I see people post, like, TikToks, and I'm like, "Oh, shit," and that's just, like, not really a me thing to do either, like, I'm not gonna stand in front of my camera and be like, "It's my birthday, bitch," you know? Like, that's not very me, and I'm not, like I don't know, I think I was, like, thinking that, like, my challenge for myself would be to throw a birthday party for myself when I'm 25, because that would be, like, me, like I think that would be, like, me, like, staking claim in the world and be like, "I want to be celebrated, like, celebrate me." But then that also
Yeah.
feels really narcissistic and really weird, but also just, like being like, "No, I want to celebrate this day," like, and it's an excuse to kind of bring everybody together. And then I was kinda toying with the idea of like, "Okay, let me give back on my birthday," which I'm still going to do, but I was like, "Okay, maybe I'll make it like a whole day," like, I make everybody come under the guise of celebrating me, and like, we're all gonna donate money to like a charity or something. And then I was like, "Okay, that's random," because like, I would need to choose something that like really is meaningful and impactful and has to do with like what's going on. I don't know. Everything just feels weird. Maybe I'll throw a party for my 25th birthday party, maybe not. I don't fucking know, but I do
Let's
know
do it
that
since we're gonna be in the same state for your
I
25th
know
birthday.
that's also secretly the reason I'm not doing anything big for my birthday this year because, like, the one person not the one person, one of the people that I want to be there will not be. I tried to gaslight her into
I'll be
coming.
there 2.5 weeks later just so everybody
Um, I don't know,
or I'll
birthdays
be
are
there
just weird.
mere week later.
Mere weeks later. I
My
just
birthday present to Ellie is her moving me into my apartment. Hope she's excited.
birthday gift, honestly, I'm so fucking excited for her to be here. But I think, like, I don't know, maybe I'll throw a birthday for my 25th birthday party, and maybe I'll
I also
probably
think
be I don't know. I don't know what
I
I'm
also
gonna do. I'll also be probably here talking about it again next year because
yeah, I was gonna that's what I
actually it
thought
won't be
you
a Wednesday, it'll be a Thursday this year, so next year, so
dang. But I also think, like, birthdays are just hard because it's, like it's the same way that New Year's resolutions are hard. It's, like, you have to, like, force yourself to, like, reflect on stuff that, like, "Oh, do I really wanna reflect on this year? Do I really wanna, like, set all
Right.
these goals and expectations for, like, what I'm gonna do in my 25th year of life?" Like, no, I don't want to. I miss when birthday parties were cake and cupcakes and candles and it
Yeah.
wasn't like, "This is the year I'm gonna get married, and this is the year I'm gonna graduate, and this is the first
Right.
birthday that I have with my significant." No, no,
Like,
I don't
well,
want
literally, like, it really is it's like, it's just a lot, and it is, like, I really do feel like it's a reflection on, like, what have you accomplished with your time
Yes.
within the past 20
It literally feels like New Year's resolutions all over again,
Yeah, it
genuinely.
does. It does, and I really feel like I have to, like, look back at my life and be like, "Okay, and what did I accomplish this year? Like, what
I,
did I
like,
do?"
really hate my birthday low key.
I know you do. I know. I called you on your birthday, and you're like, "Hi, like, what's up?" And I was like, "It's your birthday. Why do you think I'm calling?" So I can see your newest manicure girl? No. Whatever.
Who cares?
I
My
just
god, my cat is trying to open the door. Let's see if he gets the handle. Everybody get excited. He learned how to open the door this week.
yeah, I just feel like birthdays are just but it's also a privilege, like, I met somebody that
And
didn't
that's the thing that's really hard about it, is, like, it's also so hard to be like, you have to remind yourself to be like, "I'm so grateful that, like, I actually lived another year, like, I made it through." Like, I think it's also, like, the one beautiful part about it is, like, if you look back on the year, you can be like, "Wow, like, these are the thing like, this is the things that tried me this year. Like, these are
Right.
the real like, I was, like, tried a lot this year. Like, these are the things I've overcome, like,
Yeah.
I've, like, grown so much." Like, that part is really nice to reflect on and be like, "Wow, like, look how far I've come, look how well I've grown, look how like 16-year-old me would be so proud of this, da da da." It's just more the like other everything else about it is
Yeah.
hard.
I think it's, like, the reflection of, like, what I've done. Doesn't bother me so much as, like, I really think it's, like, also, like, an age thing of, like, you're reaching an age, and so you therefore, you should have accomplished X by now, or you should have done X by now, and it's like, that doesn't really fucking work that way. Um,
Totally.
and I don't know, I just feel like a birthday is just it's really strange, but it's also a beautiful
So
blessing. It's a wonderful thing to do, thing to have. I met somebody that didn't have a birthday because they were an immigrant in the United States, and they just didn't have a birthday because their birth parents couldn't like, didn't have their it was, like, a whole thing, and I was like, "Wow," like, what a blessing it is to know that you are a year older and, like, be able to track time in this way, and just, like, I don't know, it is a blessing, and it's so beautiful I get to spend it with the people that I love. Who cares how many fucking people are there? It doesn't fucking matter. And so I
true.
think it's, like, a reminder for me to just, like, stop comparing my life and be like, "Okay, so this is what this person did on their birthday, so I need to do that on my birthday, and
Yeah.
okay, so you got me this gift, that means you love me X amount." Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Totally. Just
just
enjoy today.
just enjoy the day and just being like,
But
it's one day. It's
it's one
just
day.
one fucking day. and I live a beautiful life that I have so much to be grateful for. And maybe that's what I should do. I should look back and be so grateful for all the things that I
Yeah.
have in
And
life.
these are all the things I lived, and these are all the things that I accomplished, and this is the way that
Yes.
he's trying
It's
so hard.
yeah, so if you have a birthday or you're spending your birthday alone, I know that that's really hard. We love
Please.
you. Happy
Yes.
birthday. Um, we're happy you're here, and go buy yourself a fucking slice of cake. And if you don't like
Yeah.
cake, get ice cream. And if you don't like ice cream or sweet treats, I love chips and dip. Personally, it's my favorite snack in the whole world. Anybody that knows me knows that I love a chip and dip.
Mhm.
Go have a chip and dip. I wish that I could like
Yes.
send anybody that like needs a birthday gift like chips and dip because I think that just makes everything better. Anywho, happy
Yes.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We love you. Um, and now let's get into book of the month.
Book of the month time.
Oh, your book looks
Woohoo!
different than mine.
This
That's
is just, like, what it showed up as on Kindle.
that's cute.
This month, for Book of the Month, we are reading Television by Lauren Rothery, which I've been holding on to this book for a while. I said that last episode. It's been on my shelf since, like, February. I've been waiting for a very good time to read it, and the month that I book and live out my one-way ticket to California dream seemed fitting to read a book based in California in the arts industry, in the film industry, so we're reading it. That's the basis of it. That's why. And
Yeah, yeah,
and yeah, we read 50 pages, so
yeah. Approximately 50-ish pages. So,
yeah,
I think that I mean, we're literally at the beginning, 50 pages in. There's not much to gain here. I just think
yeah.
that the only impression that I have is that I've never hated a character so intensely, so quick off the bat. Now, I very rarely want to or desire to actually, I never want to step into the mind of a man. I could not be so far removed from that. And so this is like, bang, immediately just man.
Yeah, not to mention that he's, like, a psychologically, like, flawed man, heavily.
I would
Like
say, like, flawed is, like, a nice way of putting it.
yes, I think the thing that I haven't stopped thinking about since I read it was in the first 17 pages, and it
Yeah.
was where he's describing, like, his post-car wash fantasy, and
Yes.
it's giving Ted Bundy, it's
Yeah.
giving serial killer, it's giving documentary,
I
it's
also
giving
think that this book and, like, this I'm pulling up my notes. This book had to have been written by a woman. Honestly, it did, because if it wasn't
totally.
written by a woman, it wouldn't come across as a psychological deep dive, it would come off as a psychological thriller. So, I do okay, I can see why people do not like the book, and I think in order to appreciate this book, you have to take a massive step back and know that this is not a person that needs to be in your life. This is not a person that you need to know. This
Yeah,
is
you
not
need to
any
have a degree of separation from
You have to
Verity.
have a degree and just view it almost like from a bird's eye view and just be like, "Wow." And I think the author deserves a lot of respect because I didn't at one point in these first 50 pages, and I feel like that's gonna be the case for the rest of the book, question the realness of this character. He felt real to me. He
Yes.
feels real to me. He
I
feels true to his character, and it takes a lot of balls to write a character that is unlikable. It takes a lot of fucking balls to do that
Well,
and
yeah,
to
because it inherently
really
sets your book up to be unlikable because people are gonna take it personally, and not
totally.
only is he unlikable, but
He's
how shall I
unenjoyable also, and that's interesting.
yes,
It's really interesting to continue to read a book where it's unenjoyable to be in the mind of the main character.
but it's like, I want to read it because I want to have the context of, like, why are we letting this girl tolerate such a thing? Like, why what is the dynamic here that we're okay with this? Like, where I think the reason I wanna keep reading his character is because 'cause I'm trying to find the redeeming quality that she
Yeah.
keeps fucking talking about. Like,
Hey,
she keeps saying all of these wonderful things about how much she loved him and how happy he
yeah.
made her and all these things, and I'm trying to
I'm
find it
trying
really hard, and I
really
can't.
hard.
And we're 50 pages in. Granted, all we've gotten is the context. Like, there hasn't been one singular plot point yet. Like, it has
Yeah.
literally just been background context. I will say so far my favorite part of the whole book is the pacing of it. It is
Yeah.
the cadence of how it's written, like, the words are almost like ba 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 ba.
Mhm.
Like, does that make sense? Like, you're
Yeah.
literally, like, weaving through them. It's like
Yeah.
you could sing this book. I can't explain it. The
Yeah,
cadence
yeah.
is so
That's a really great way to put it. It feels very artistic in nature. Like, I
yes,
feel like I am in the mind of 2 artists, and I
yes,
specifically people that work in film, like, because
yes,
those people are a completely different beast in general, like, all
heard.
artists are different. And I'll oh my god, never I work at work at a church on Sundays, and I help, like, with their music situation, and I'll never forget when one of the main artists, like, who, like, sings at the church came out, and he was like, "Triangle people, like, they're so annoying." And I was like, "Every triangle person I've ever met is just, like, so unbearable." And I was like, "You have a stereotype for triangle people?" Like, every artist
Yeah,
has judgments for like, writers, it's like, you know, the poets, you know, and,
yeah.
like, you have, like, stereotypes. So, these people are such film people that I'm like, "Wow." Like, wow. This it's just I'm hoping that she also becomes a little bit unlikable too, because I think it's fun. I think it's fun to read a
I
character that's
want her to also become unlikable because I said this the other day. I really, really, really dislike a bad man, but I almost dislike a naive and stupid woman more.
yeah.
And I'm not saying she's stupid, like, that's, like, not what I mean by that, but at a certain like, the more I learn about him, the more I wanna yell at her and be like, "Stand up, get up, walk away. Why are we here? You're
Yeah.
better than this, you're beyond this, you're above this, like,
Yeah.
we don't need to tolerate this, like,
I
don't
don't think
don't do
I
that."
hate a naive I don't think any woman can fully be naive, let me say that much. I don't think any woman that walks this earth can be fully naive to the dangers of men. That would
Yeah.
be, like that's just not possible. But I will say that I think it irks me more, like, because for the men, like, I have no desire like, "Okay, you're shitty, great, goodbye." With a woman, it's like, "No, I want, like, please, like, wake" it's, like, infuriating 'cause like, "Please wake up. Like,
Yeah,
please
there's
wake" like,
like a shitty or a naive woman, it's like a personal attack on all
Yeah.
women, honestly. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Don't do us like that.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
better than that."
don't stay with him. But I understand that it's, like, totally more complex than that, and obviously, this character's not, like, abusive, which is a completely different beast.
We
He's
also,
just
like, don't know anything yet. Like,
we
this
know
is,
nothing.
like, really premeditative
And he's
assumptions.
also
Like,
clearly, like, he's just annoying, and I think that's why we
yeah,
want her to be saved. I'm like, don't waste your time, your beautiful womanly time with a stupid man. Don't do that.
yeah,
That's not worth
completely.
it. It's never gonna be worth it. So, yeah, I like this book, I fuck with it.
I
I
love the pacing of it. Like, I'm actually addicted to the pacing of it. It's the cadence is so good.
yeah, the pacing is great. I think the language is really distinct, honestly,
Yeah.
like, the language is so distinct, his voice is so loud. It's that's, like, a great way like, his voice is loud. I don't know how else to put it, like, um so, yeah, we're reading television, read along with us. It's really fascinating. Honestly was not I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting to hate
This
him
book feels like a
so
social experiment, honestly.
totally,
Like, it
totally.
feels the same like, you know how sometimes reality TV, you're like, "This whole thing is a social experiment, but I can't stop
Yeah,
watching it. It's like a train
yeah.
wreck." Same thing. So far, 50 pages in, okay? We have 3 more weeks, so, like,
But still, like, the 50 pages is like a do or die time, honestly, in a novel of whether you wanna keep reading it or not.
yeah,
Um, so yeah,
totally.
enjoy television, try not to wanna tear your eyeballs out, like, in a bad way, you know, so and then also, like, if you have any book suggestions for next, books of the month or books that you think would be great contenders for them, let us know. If it's your birthday again, happy birthday. Would've been really fitting if it was one of the characters in the book's birthdays, then we could've really, like, did a full circle moment, but
Totally.
next year.
Next
So, yeah, we love you all.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.